Hi, and welcome back to a new, very exciting chapter, which is all about your mindset. And your mindset is the most important thing. I meet people often who say, but I don't know how to be positive. I'm always negative. I'm a worrier. I'm worried about danger. And I make them feel better by going, you know what? You're actually wired to be negative. I know that sounds weird when I'm telling you, be positive, be confident, aim for the best, but actually in our psyche, how we survived was being negative. Imagine hundreds of years ago you lived in a tribe. You didn't skip out of your cave and go for a walk. You looked for snakes and lions and you peered over rocks. And I know when I'm in Africa, wherever I am, you're always listening for the roar of a lion or the paw prints of a lion, because that's how you survive. When I was in Australia last year, every time I walked from my house to my pool, I was told, stamp your feet really hard, because then the snakes run away, and shake out your shoes before you put them on, because when I was in Costa Rica, there were scorpions there. And I have a beautiful daughter, and I would never say to her, oh, darling, it's fine to walk home late at night in hardly any clothes with your iPad on, not paying attention because the universe will protect you. I say, look, you need to wear a coat, walk facing the traffic, and get off your phone. If you're walking home alone, be alert to danger. That's how we survive. So if you think you're a negative person, or you think negative thoughts, or you worry, don't beat yourself up. Understand you are wired to do that. That will make you live longer. But you're not supposed to do it all the time. Only what we call real and present danger might be around. There's another interesting thing too, in that often the things that we have, our limiting beliefs, have a role and a function and a purpose. So let's imagine you have a limiting belief. Good things just don't happen to me. I'm not educated enough to do that. I don't know how to do it. I don't understand technology. That's a good one. I can't get to grips with technology. These limiting beliefs allow you to fail. I could have been so successful, but I could never lose that 15 pounds. I coulda, woulda, shoulda, if only I'd had a father, if only my mother hadn't preferred my brother, if only. And you see, failing is horrible, and we like to protect ourselves from failing. It didn't work out because, and so we form these limiting beliefs to cushion us against failure. I failed that exam because I didn't study, but actually I didn't study because I knew I'd fail, then I could blame it on not studying. You see how it works? But the only way you can fail in life, you know the only way you can fail? Failing to try. And if you try to change your mindset, you cannot fail, because I'm going to help you do it in such a way you can only ever succeed. But let's talk about the most limiting belief of all time. I might get rejected. You know, years ago, we knew we'd survive if we were connected. A lot of our behavior is tribal. People think, oh, surely we've moved on. Not really. You really haven't. You know, women still go to the toilet in groups when they're out. That's total tribal behavior. When I'm with my sister at home, I don't go, I'm going to the bathroom. She says, I'll come with you. But if I'm in a bar or a restaurant, she comes with me. And I go to the toilet with my friends, because women in tribes went to the bathroom in groups because they were safer. Somebody was watching their back. And we still do that when we're out, because we're wired to look out for each other. Even though we know we're safe, it's the same thing like looking down from a high building. We know we're safe. Our body doesn't agree with us. So our biggest limiting belief is, you might reject me, and if you do, I'll die. We lived in walled cities. They used to banish people who behaved badly. They used to cast people off. They used to maroon difficult sailors, and they did die. So once upon a time, guess what? You did die from rejection. You could have died from rejection. But now, you will not die from rejection. You might feel it. You hear all those songs, I'll die if you leave me. I can't live without you. My life's over. No, it's not. That's a starter relationship. You can have another one. We do not die from rejection. We think we might. But you know what the truth is? You could live in a little apartment and get all your groceries delivered and not see anyone, have 20 cats, live till you're 105, because rejection does not kill you anymore. And right behind the person that says no is someone that says yes. And I know that because I submitted one of my books. It was rejected. I got to recognize that thud of a manuscript landing on my doormat because they only send them back when they don't want them. And it was horrible. And I just had to stick a stamp on it and send it out again because I knew that somebody would like it. Do you know how much Harry Potter was rejected, the manuscript? Imagine if she had the mindset of, oh, no one likes my book about a wizard. I knew they wouldn't. It's no good. She was rejected so many times, and she had no money. Even paying the postage to send it back was hard work. But she kept going. J.K. Rowling kept going. And now we have Harry Potter, the book that made children fall in love with reading all over again, to remind us you have to bounce back from rejection. That is the mindset you really need, the bounce back mindset. I was rejected. I didn't get the job. I didn't get the salary. I didn't get the funding. I didn't get that date. It doesn't matter. Keep coming back. The most successful people in the whole world have been rejected over and over again. When someone said to Richard Gere, you're an overnight success, he went, really? Do you know how long that night was? 12 years of going for auditions. So the biggest mindset for you today is you cannot be rejected unless you allow people to reject you. A director said to Meryl Streep, you're not pretty enough to make it as an actress. You'll never succeed. And she said to him, and I quote, your opinion is one opinion in a sea of opinions. I'm going to find someone who gives me the opinion I want. And thank goodness she did, because she's a phenomenal, outstanding actress. So your mindset. Nobody can reject you unless you agree with them. You're never going to do that, are you? No, never. And if people can't reject you and you can't be rejected, now you're bulletproof. Now you have the mindset for abundance because you can go, right, I can go for that part. I can go for that job. I can ask for that pay rise. I can ask for funding. I can ask for help because I cannot be rejected. People might say no, they might say yes. When people say no, that's just a delay to the next person who says yes. So I want you to look at your position in the family because your position in the family will influence your limiting beliefs. Here's a good example. I was the baby of the family. I had 3 older brothers and sisters who always said, no one's listening to you, you're not important. And now I've gone through life with this belief, this limiting belief. No one wants to hear what I have to say. I'm not important. Maybe you were the eldest sibling and you had to look after your brothers and sisters. It was expected of you and you have a limiting belief. Everyone else is more important than me. I need to take care of other people's needs before my own. And that's very much affecting your ability to make it in the world because you put everyone else first. You don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't tell people the truth about how you feel. Maybe you didn't have brothers and sisters. Perhaps you're the only child of a single parent, and maybe you looked after your mum and you have this limiting belief too. I need to help other people out. There isn't enough. Something has to give. You can't have everything. Maybe you had a very successful father who was always working, and you have a different limiting belief. When you work all the time, your family suffers. And when you work all the time, you suffer. Maybe you're the middle child and you just didn't feel significant and you still have a belief that says, I'm scared to go out in the world and make my mark, to show people who I am because I don't feel significant. So your exercise for today is to look at your childhood, whether you were the eldest, the youngest, the middle, the only child. I want you to write out your position in the family and how that has influenced your limiting beliefs. Maybe even something as simple as I had an older brother and he was so smart, he was an A student, and I always felt inadequate, and now I'm scared of competing with people because my brother was 5 years older. He could always do stuff I couldn't do. I could never catch up. I don't like being in a competitive world in case I fail. Again, the only way you can fail is failing to try, and if you try and you fail, you've learned something. Go into the tribe and share your position in the family and how it contributed to your limiting beliefs. So share your story with the tribe, listen to their story, work out why your position in the family created a limiting belief. And then here's a question: why are you still holding on to a belief that was relevant only until you were, say, 16, 17, 18 and left home? Why are you still acting out a belief that made sense when you were 3, 4, 10, even 12, but hasn't made sense for years and will never make sense again? Why are you keeping that? Discuss that with a tribe. Listen to their answers, share yours, and remember, understanding is power. Understanding using RTT is phenomenal power. And I can go, okay, I know why I think no one listens to me. I was the youngest of 6. It was true then. It isn't true now. Why am I holding on to it? Just habit. I'm ready to give it up. Well done. I'll see you tomorrow when we're discovering something really important: how to silence your inner critic.